What's going on? We're going to be doing something a bit different today. We're going to be reacting to FaZe Clan's new video, 9 to 5 workers versus streamers debate what is harder. That's crazy. I have my opinions. I believe 9 to 5 is harder, but I'm ready to be proven wrong. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to change my beliefs on that one, but you never know.
How are you gonna disrespect your mom like that,
she
dude?
is right now.
You're gonna disrespect your mom and say that your work is harder? That is so rude.
All right, can I talk?
Hairspray.
Listen, so your whole
So
thing.
it's dangerous.
Listen, bet.
Your job
chill,
isn't
chill.
dangerous.
You would have to actually have to go to work.
can't leave you-
Went to school, and still.
And paid rent?
Yes, I still worked.
That's your choice.
Am I the only one that doesn't like these spoilers, bro? I don't like them. Fuck these spoilers, bro. Like, why? Like, why even add them? I guess to draw people's attention, but that's whatever.
Hi, you're hungover.
You guys are playing video games. I play video games on my spare
I
time.
don't even enjoy streaming anymore.
Whoa. What's that guy's name? I totally forget.
What's up? How's it going?
Same old.
I know him, but I don't know.
Okay. All right. So my argument here is that streaming and social media creation is harder than a night.
I wouldn't suspect Lacey of all people to believe that streaming is harder than a 9 to 5, but guess so.
9 to 5.
Nah, it's not facts, bro. 9 to 5 is way harder, homie.
Why do you say that?
Because you gotta get up every motherfucking day, go to the motherfucking bullshit job.
I feel like that's gonna be like the underlying point of their whole argument, but valid. But I mean, don't everyone got to do that? I'm just saying.
And slave for fucking pennies.
See, that's the thing is you're right. You get up every day, you go through the motions. You don't have to get a good night's sleep. You don't have to be focused. You don't have to be locked in. You wake up.
You gotta
go,
get a
you
good
flip
night's
some
sleep for
patties,
that.
you know,
Nah.
Maybe you sign a few envelopes,
Nope,
answer a few
nope,
phone calls.
nope.
With streaming and social media creation, you have to be on your game 24/7. It's like a switch
No.
that
When
never
you're a
turns
mail
off.
carrier, I'm a mail carrier, and I'm gonna tell you something, man. I get treated like shit every
Mail
motherfucking
carrier.
day.
We have to
That
deal
is a hard
with
job.
thousands,
Every day.
tens of thousands of people
Bullshit.
critiquing every little thing we do, every
Man.
decision we make,
That's-
every
that's a
thought
good
we
point.
You guys
have.
got it made, man. I wish I had
We
it made
don't-
like y'all.
we don't have to
I
go-
wish.
Hey man, I'm just gonna say they're making hundreds of thousands off this though. That's the thing. 9 to 5, you ain't doing that.
Sign a few envelopes and put them in a mailbox.
Man,
We
you
have
got
to
it
be,
gravy, bro.
What's the next trend?
Unless you got
What's the
it
next
gravy.
idea?
I go through every
Oh my
day.
God, I have
And
to
got
stream
dogs,
today.
And I got dogs that want to bite my ass
And
every
you have
day.
lunch breaks. You have lunch
Dogs.
breaks. We don't have breaks. We're on
You
24/7.
guys are loud.
You guys-
High energy,
I wish I
24/7.
could be at home like you and get back and get paid
I don't
big
even.
money.
We're not even at home. We're walking
There's
around.
no way.
We're walking
I
around
wanna
doing
do
things,
all of
going
that
to
because
parties, doing
the
all this
shit,
stuff.
I got to slave just for not even 100,000 a year. I got to work double overtime. Bullshit.
Okay, what about this? You're guaranteed to get paid. You have a
No, I'm not.
steady rate.
If I don't
No,
work,
you know.
I don't get paid. It's simple as that.
Well, yeah, but
Guaranteed
that's
paid.
that's
If you
effort.
work,
I don't.
That's your decision if you don't
No
want
matter
to.
I
what
worked
you
at the
do.
job for
If I don't go
years.
live,
Actually, matter of fact, if you think about it, if you're streaming or doing content creation, you're making money, even if you don't upload, because you got other videos that you have uploaded that are still getting views, getting likes, until the point where they're not. So I guess that is a good point.
Just paid either.
You don't got to deal with people spamming L's.
Yes, we have people.
No way, bro. Just said you don't gotta deal with people spamming L's in your chat. There's no fucking
People
way.
in the chat
Whatever, bro.
spamming L's.
That's-
Oh, this is boring. We don't like this video. We have to create content. Imagine you have
Oh
to
man.
be
Oh man. Oh man. I don't know. That was not a good argument.
high energy. Oh, hey guys, how's it going? You guys like this stream?
That's me 24/7. I'd rather do that.
So why don't you become a streamer?
Man, that's what I want to do.
No, that's facts. No, that's facts. Like but it's definitely different for people that are older. They can't they don't know what to do. They don't know how to get into it. They don't know anything. They can't. Of course, they would want to. They would make hundreds. Like if they do good with it, they'd make probably way more money than they do now. But I don't know. They just can't. Their brain isn't hardwired to know that, do that, and they're not. They can't just boom know everything you need to know. And that's actually, I mean, nah, whatever.
That does not define shit.
If streaming is so easy, how come every single person in this seat is not a streamer?
People are
Like I
lazy. They
said.
want to put in the work.
That's their fault.
I get called fat all the time.
Oh, so what? I can call
Ronaldo, bro. What are you
fat,
doing,
chubby.
bro?
All my homeboys call me chubby, fat,
Well,
whatever.
That's your homeboys, though. I'm gonna keep it a buck. That's your
Yeah.
homeboy.
Yeah, and you right, homeboy. You right. But
There's a lot of hate in social media, and that's the only, like, argument I can think of. Maybe they got more, but that's the only argument I can think of, hate. But you get hate from jobs, too. It's just, like, it's not even, like 9 to 5, it's kind of like, you mess up, and then you get hate. Streamers, they do get a little bit more hate because of, like, they get hate from literally doing nothing, bro. They could be doing absolutely nothing, and then they'd get hate for it, but... Yeah, no.
check
yeah,
this
no.
out, my nigga. I don't give a fuck.
You shouldn't let that affect you, though. No matter what you work. Like why would Lacey or any of them like that care that they're getting hate when they're making hundreds of thousands just by getting that hate? Because those people that are hating on them are literally making you money.
We'll go out there and get that bag.
I think she's got something she wants to say.
Oh my gosh, wait, we're seeing flags.
Unfortunately, these flags are actually useless. We decided to use a timer instead because we suck at explaining things.
Okay.
So you raised your flag. Is there a reason you did
Yeah,
that?
because I was actually a cook.
By the way, check out the channel. Pretty cool. I haven't watched any of their videos, but I assume from this one they're pretty cool.
15 years. So that means for 15 years, I had to get up practically every day, get dressed, go to work, and I had to deal with not only adults, but I also had to deal with children.
We deal with children every day,
We
too.
deal with thousands of
Good point.
children.
That's a good point.
The Lacey Stugs are. Do you not know who the
There's
Lacey?
definitely way more people hating on you when you're a streamer than a 9 to 5. But that doesn't. I mean, what's really the difference?
Stugs are?
You're still getting
can't
hate
go
no
out in
matter
public
what job
without
the
10
fuck
kids
you're
coming up asking
doing.
for a picture. You know how hard that.
Oh man, I would love that. Imagine you're on the streets and then someone recognizes you. That'd be awesome, dude. That'd actually be
Isn't
awesome.
that
That is
special?
difficult.
How long do you
That'd
think
be
this is
actually
gonna
awesome.
last?
Like you actually made
Forever.
someone's
You
day.
think
You
this is
actually
gonna last
know.
forever?
I hope so. You just proved my point for me. I don't have that security that's gonna last forever. Having a job, being
That's a
cook,
good point. That's also one of the points I forgot to mention. The only a good reason why streaming could be debatably harder is that it's more it's less secure than an actual job. You say the wrong thing, you do the wrong thing. Even though 9 to 5 are the same thing, kind of, but like you can just lose it all, and you don't have anything to back up on. You get fired for doing some things wrong. Maybe just a one-time thing. You get fired for it. You can bounce back and like you can get the same like a job that is kind of the same as what you were doing before and you got fired for. It's kind of like, it's like, what? But streaming is like, it's very inconsistent. And plus you kind of, it's, at the beginning it really sucks for streaming because it's kind of like you're not making shit off of it. It's kind of just like, you're there for fun. You have to make, you have to make something good of it. And the only thing is like gaming and doing some stuff and just, streaming. It's kind of like, it's fun at the beginning and then you get hate for it and then it's just a bunch of shit. But nah, 9 to 5 has to be harder.
security
I
of,
don't.
oh, I have a job, I have a degree, I have this. This could end for me tomorrow.
Hypothetically, if you all of a sudden you lost all your followers, what would you do?
I know what he'll do. Get a
No, I'm asking
trigger
him.
warning.
I'm asking him. What would
Job.
you do if you lost completely all your YouTubers? You had nothing.
YouTubers.
No one
That's
watched
crazy.
you anymore. I didn't even watch you anymore. What would
You
you have
watch
to
him?
do? You would have to actually have to go to work.
Oh
my God, did I just cuss at you?
That's a slur. If I did lose all my followers,
Yo, Lacey. Of course there's ads. Fuck ads, bro.
I would probably.
See, they're making no money off that too.
My real estate empire.
Okay, so then you would have to actually go to work. You would actually have to go to the office.
And I would think that would be a much easier job than streaming.
gotta go into your setup though and sit in front of studio lights and read the chat and be interactive.
But no, he lost everybody. He lost everybody. He has no followers whatsoever. He would have to turn around.
You're proving my point.
You would have to turn around.
You're proving my point on why this is harder, because I could lose it all tomorrow.
Yeah, but you could lose it tomorrow.
If let's say you're a cook, right? Let's say you got fired. You have hundreds of people lined up. You can go cook over here, cook over there.
You could be a private chef.
You could be a private
That's
chef. Exactly.
kind
I
of what
don't
I
have that
brought
success.
up.
I was a cook in the school system. I cooked all frozen food.
But you still cook.
You still cook. You go cook for another school.
I think I saw a flag right here.
Flags. I see red flags.
I'm gonna have to backlight yo Lacey.
Yeah, it's like if you get fucked off social media, you can't do anything like that anymore. You can't do anything like it. That's also a pretty good point, but even then, it's kind of like that's probably not gonna happen unless you're a dumbass. So it's kind of like, you know what I mean?
I think something you guys aren't taking into account. Say we get a brand deal, I gotta post on an Instagram story. I gotta go find the.
There is a way better argument for that. Oh, I gotta do ads all the time. I gotta do a 3-minute ad just explaining a product that I don't even want or care about. Like that's a better argument than posting on an Instagram story. That's crazy. Nah, that's insane. There's way better arguments for that.
I gotta make sure. Like I gotta make sure I get the 4 Loco can. And
Not to mention,
You have to do work. That's what we have to do.
it ruins our Twitter impressions too.
I gotta tag them.
And then that goes into
I don't know what
falling
the fuck
off.
that means.
My name is Rhonda. I'm a registered nurse from the South.
Nice to meet you.
From Pineville, Arkansas. 35 years ago, I decided to go to nursing school
Right.
because I wanted to be a creative. I thought I loved fashion,
Creative.
I loved acting, I loved singing. But
Nurse?
in the South, whole lot of racism. Back in the 60s and the 50s, people didn't give a rat's ass if you created something, and they wouldn't support your business.
About all that.
So,
Oh,
yes,
okay, yeah. No,
a 9
that makes
to
sense.
5 is much harder. I had to work 7 to 3, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Oh yeah, that's also a good point. Like for streaming, you can pick your schedule. I mean, you can assign a schedule for yourself and like put it onto your Twitch, but most of the time, like you can say, I don't really want to stream today. You won't lose any followers for not streaming. It's like you can pick your schedule, kind of like DoorDash, but it's like while jobs you can get jammed or get a double or what do you call it, when you have to go back, you leave, you did an 8-hour shift, you have to leave, you go to bed for 3 hours, 3 to 5 hours, and then you gotta get called back in. What is that called? I don't fucking know, but like that's also fucked.
My daughter,
Rhonda,
you get spoiled.
Rhonda, can I ask you a question?
Nope.
Have you ever
You
done it?
get spoiled. You get spoiled, and your mama and daddy keep giving it to you.
Oh, and I couldn't imagine covering a shift for someone. Holy fuck no. Bro, like, what is these pops? What are these pop?
I got a question for Rhonda. Rhonda,
Yes.
have you ever done a subathon?
What's a subathon?
30 days straight.
Okay, I know, I get that. A Twitch sub with thumb is. Sorry, I don't know much about him. Yeah,
Great.
like
24
hours a day.
even when you're
We
sleeping,
all stream.
is that
That
like
ain't even healthy.
You're talking about.
that ain't even healthy?
Up to 30
Nah, you
minutes.
definitely
You can
sleep.
Go home afterwards, see your family, relax. We were on camera.
You're gonna
30
try
days
to
straight,
stay
no
up as long
personal
as
space.
possible
Wait,
when
you're
you're
a
doing that,
registered
probably.
Have-
When did you get a break? You clean boo-boo?
When have you ran a
You-
3-minute ad?
You
When have you
clean
ever
up
ran? You
vomit,
never ran a
you
3-minute ad?
pass trays,
I'm sorry?
You're short-handed. You
Talk
don't
about the fake
overload.
relationships that you have.
Oh my God.
Now keep.
It's fake
Think
on
about
social
this.
media.
Think about this. Imagine
Sure.
every little person. We call them parasocials. They judge your
Parasocials.
relationships. You can't go out to dinner or have a girl take a picture in your car without them finding out and judging you. based on it. I
Oh
got caught
yeah,
with my
dude,
ex.
nothing gets past social media when you're a social media or not social media person. Nothing gets past it unless you're not popular. Nothing gets past it. Like for people
And
like
I got treated
Lacey.
like I was a pedophile for it.
But
Oh my
mental
God,
health-
I did not know
mental
that.
health, when you stop caring about what people think and what they say,
Lacey got accused for being a pedophile. Nah, that's crazy, dude. Yeah, dude. Fake shit like that. Now that would piss me off. Now that would piece. That's what going back to the hate thing. That's crazy. Like imagine like you're doing trying to do is entertain people, and then you get called a pedophile for something that like you didn't even do anything. No, that's crazy.
Do you? Do you? And that's a big problem with younger people. You care about what people think, social media, what they say about you.
That's our job.
Like I said, don't let it affect you. Don't let all the hate affect you. That's fucked.
Our job.
Fuck that shit.
You said you're a nurse, right?
35 years.
What do you think's harder? 24-hour open surgery, like when you're
I'd
helping-
say like 20% of streaming is just hate. That is like something I'd say. But other than that,
with
nah.
the doctor center, or a 24-hour stream.
24-hour open surgery.
Oh,
If you're short-handed,
Wait,
24-hour open surgery, like when you're helping with the doctor center, or a 24-hour stream.
24-hour open surgery.
Oh man. You should have not brought up that argument, bro. 24 hours of open heart surgery versus 24 hours of streaming. Bruh. Are you kidding me right now? Nah, bruh. No, bro. That's crazy. Dude, that's someone's life. You could be at risk while doing open heart versus streaming. Are you serious right now? Are you serious right now? That's
We're
crazy.
saving thousands, you're saving one.
I'm sorry. Streamers save thousands of people daily. Did I hear that correctly? Did I hear that correctly? Nah, bro. That's insane.
All right, so you said 30-day subathon, right?
Yep.
My argument is that you guys.
Finally, a young person talking. Thank you. I needed a different perspective here.
None of you guys actually did any of the work during that, and it was all your filmers, your
part of the
editors,
faze?
your producers.
That's a good point.
All these.
Ooh, but I think they're about to
back here
cook
are the
you for
ones
this.
that do the work. You guys just show up and have fun.
They didn't do anything.
Whoa, that's crazy.
No, because here's the thing.
Well, that's bad takes.
That's bad
Editors
taste.
doing
That's
nothing,
bad
bro?
taste.
They wouldn't have any work if it wasn't for us, though.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
I would even go as far to say as every person in this room, we keep them employed as well. Because here's the thing, we get sponsors from these companies that have 9 to 5.
Okay, yeah, but they can just make an ad. Like it's not like it's just branching out. Like companies going to streamers are just branching out to younger audiences. It's not like in commercials are for people older than 25.
Right? These companies, hold on. These companies are not viable without influencers to push the
Not sure.
brand and keep them in business.
Not
You ever
sure.
worked a real job?
No.
Because if their product is good enough, you can just post it on social media and it actually do pretty good. I bet.
So how would you
See,
know?
I have worked a real job.
What was your real job?
I worked 8 months. I worked a double. I worked Walmart and Panera
At least you worked a job. I want to hear about this.
at the same time.
So that's what I like to see. I like to see people like if you're gonna debate on if a 9 to 5 is harder than being a streamer, you have to have worked a 9 to 5. I want to hear
For a
this.
year.
Why is she laughing? Bro, nah, she making me mad.
She been laughing the whole time, bro. She been laughing the whole time. Nah, that's crazy. Around 23,000. Wow, that's crazy. That's pretty good.
Hi, I'm Chris.
All right, Chris.
Why do you think a 9 to 5 job is not harder than what you do?
Well, you're guaranteed to pay.
Guaranteed to pay.
Yeah.
And that makes it harder?
Yeah. No, it makes it easier for you.
Makes it easier.
Okay, so this is the clip at the beginning. Actually, this is the clip that wanted me to record this video. This is really cool. I want to actually hear more
We
about
have
this.
guaranteed pay.
100%. You have
Makes
security.
it
forever.
easier
Talk about
for
raises.
Makes it easier for 9 to 5 people to have a job because their pay is
Yeah,
guaranteed.
when you go to work every day, everyone's
So you're
like,
basing the ease of a job.
It is kind of like a 9 to 5. You are guaranteed to pay. You're not, unless you just don't go, which obviously you can't not do that. You'll get fired. Like you're guaranteed to pay. Like right now, I ain't getting paid for this shit.
Just on somebody getting paid.
But it's just
regularly,
fun
is
to
that
me.
what you-
well, let's
It's
just
just
say
fun.
that comes to perspective. If you say someone who works food, if you're someone who works a doctor, it's obviously different. But if you're talking
But this is
abroad,
way
9 to
fucking
5,
easier.
someone who
Like
doesn't need a
what?
degree, yeah, it's way easier than being a streamer.
Would I rather get paid? Yeah.
Well, it's because
But
Why'd I say I'd man the grill? I don't man things.
you're guaranteed, and you don't need any crazy knowledge. You don't need to go to school for most jobs, like certain things like a 9 to 5. If you wanted to go work at Foot Locker, I could go to Foot Locker, apply, and then next thing you know, I'm selling
Foot
shoes for pay every single hour.
So according to you, a job
it is very consistent pay, a 9 to 5.
is easier or harder based on the guaranteed pay. That's one
9 to
aspect of it.
Working
right?
at
Yeah.
Foot Locker,
Okay.
working at a job like Panera or whatever they say.
Have y'all been to Panera? I've never been there. Is that good? Probably not.
Is
Bread. I
easier
like
than
bread.
a streamer, yes, because a streamer you have to come up with ideas. You have to stay relevant.
Oh, we're talking about ideas now. Okay,
Yeah,
we're
what do you-
talking about
Creativity is a big aspect of content creation. I've only posted 30 videos, and I can say there's a little bit of creativity involved, but not much. You gotta be creative on the spot. It's not
pay.
like
Okay, so what do you want to
that's
start with
one
though?
way that
But it
it's
doesn't
easier.
make. But
Well,
you're not
you
even.
started
You're
with
not
pay.
even.
it's not that hard though. It's not. Being creative is like the easiest thing. You know what? Like being a painter is you got to be way more creative, and it's way harder to come up with an idea than streaming is. You can just find a game on Steam and
You keep
fucking
switching
record
it.
it.
So why don't
I'm
you
not
answer my
switching
question?
anything.
You know, you 100% are.
Yeah.
So how is it harder if you're guaranteed to pay? I worked for 4 years of streaming. I didn't make $1.
well, what's your
That's also a very good point. Like imagine like you've been streaming for 4 years, you haven't even get paid $1. That's crazy, dude. That's insane. That's horrible.
definition of
Mindset, grindset.
hard? That's the thing. It's like what
Stuff
is
that you need
difficult.
creativity. You need to
Okay.
get out of your circle, comfort
Sure.
zone.
Yeah.
You need to be able to
That's also a good point. You gotta go out of your comfort zone for streaming.
actually.
But the same thing for a 9 to 5. Like if you're not social, you're not gonna want to talk to your boss or your coworkers or be social at all. You don't want to step out of that circle, your little circle that you're in. Same thing for a 9 to 5. You can't really say that.
Make people believe what you believe.
And plus, it actually, I would assume being like antisocial is worse in a 9 to 5 than streaming because you don't got to be in front of anyone. You don't got to talk to people face to face. It's also a bad argument.
in the sense of like, oh, this is good content. Do you watch any TV shows?
I watch YouTube.
Okay, you watch
so
YouTube.
much YouTube.
So it's the same thing. So the people that
Absolutely,
you're
yeah.
entertained by are the people like us, just for a different audience.
That's true. But you're talking about entertainment as a job. We could talk about entertainment.
This is entertainment,
as a job.
but this is
yeah,
entertainment. But
as
my
a
question
job
to
doesn't
you
have
is
any
why
guarantees.
Entertainment is a job, but it's not. It's like entertainment. Like before streaming, it was just stand-up comedian or like just. It's not even like or like film.
Absolutely.
So do you truthfully, you can sit here and think that working at like a Foot Locker or something like that, I'm just using that because that's the best
Sure.
example,
Yeah, yeah.
is
I like
harder
the
than a
timer.
streamer?
It depends on what you are saying the word
I
hard.
actually don't see how people actually think being a streamer is harder than a 9 to 5. I can't wrap my head around it.
It means to you because
In the
there's
sense of
hard
everyday
physically,
activity. Because
there's
some
hard-
people around here said, oh, I got to wake up at 7
Cause
a.m.
dude, imagine getting off at 5 fucking p.m. You have to like imagine you're 35 with kids. You get off at 5 p.m. You gotta automatically cook them dinner unless you got a stay-at-home wife or whatever, and then she gets off before you. Maybe I don't know, but like imagine you have to cook. Like dude, that'd be awful. And then you're so tired and exhausted. I couldn't
8
imagine.
a.m. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, we have to do the same thing.
Sure.
Some people do that.
And you deal with yourself.
No, we deal with
You-
millions
when
of people.
you're creating that content,
Really? Ah, YouTube,
you
yeah.
have your phone.
Millions is
you're
a good.
dealing with you and
But
yourself.
YouTube, it's so weird when you say millions because it's probably not millions. It's probably people clicking on the same video again. Because, dude, like, it's no, it's like that could be your editors. Like seriously, like a lot of those views are just people clicking on your video by accident, or your editors, or yourself.
Okay, so what happens?
But there's a lot of obviously. There's
That's not true
probably
at all.
like
I have an
200
editor that I
that
pay
like
who relies on me. If I
200,000.
stop doing
Which
any
is
type
later.
of content, he loses
So
a
when
job.
you go to your job, when you go to work,
Yeah, it's kind of like you like streaming. Like you're the boss of yourself from the get go. Like even though you're not getting like from the get go, you're not gonna get paid. From the like you're your own boss, and once you get bigger, you're the boss of editors, your cameramans. It's from the get-go, you are technically a boss, kind of. You're not fucking an entrepreneur or whatever the fuck, but you're not. No.
When you go to work, rather than punching a card, you pick up your phone or you turn on a camera.
Okay, so when you punch the card, let's say, who's above you? Your boss, right? What happens if he just takes the business and he says, oh, we're not doing it anymore? You lose your job.
If the work is picking up a phone or turning on a camera as opposed to going in with a bunch of people and having to multitask tasks you have to do throughout your shift and deal with your
Tasks you gotta do
coworkers
throughout
and
the stream.
interpersonal thing. Tell me how much you do of that stuff while you are actually doing your job for however many number of hours that you are talking and typing and shitting and eating and all that stuff.
Bro, what?
That everybody's watching you do.
Sorry.
No, but there's actually a mental aspect.
I understand that, yeah.
No. Let me hear me out.
There's a lot of mental stuff that goes into streaming, but like but you could say the same exact thing for 9 to 5. It's again like it's an argument that goes both ways. You shouldn't even mention it.
Like you have like a group of people, like friendships, relationships, which is the most important thing in life. So do you build that with your coworkers and stuff like that?
Sorry, bye. See you later.
See you in a lot
Sorry. Roll that back.
in life. So do you build that with your coworkers and stuff like that?
Sorry, bye.
I'm sorry, bye?
Seeing a lot of flags.
Oh, the flags. Okay. I thought they were pointless. What happened? Okay, whatever.
So I'm Angelina, and I work as an executive assistant.
You're right. You're right. She's right. She's right. She's right.
Am I missing something?
I'm not lying. She's
All right, so you guys were talking about the mental aspect, and I thought that was really interesting because as someone who works a 9 to 5, technically it's a 10 to 6, but
That's even fucking worse. A 10 to 6 is, oh my god. A 10 to 6 would be horrible. That'd be disgustingly bad.
I still have to clock in a certain amount of time. I come
Right.
home, I'm too tired to cook. Fortunately, I have a beautiful girlfriend that does all of that stuff for me when I get home, but if I didn't, I
Like I said, like imagine like you get off of work, you're so exhausted, and then you gotta make dinner. Like that's fucking shitty as fuck.
have to cook for myself and get to bed in time and wake up in time to commute back to my job.
Like it's 10 to 6, dude. Like you, oh my god. Oh my god. Like what do you even do? Like you got 4 hours before you have to go to bed again. Well, I think I'd go to bed at like 12 a.m. 12 hours is kind of crazy. I think 8, yeah.
You guys
that's
talk
8
about
hours.
how it's hard because there's a mental
Wait, no.
aspect, and I understand as
My job? 12 to 10? No, that's way longer. I'm done.
someone who's been on social
10
media a
hours.
lot, that you get
How long have you been on
berated.
10 hours of sleep is more reasonable.
So I actually did content creation starting at the age of 14. When I moved to LA.
Now I like this. Because now she has content creation experience. She can really argue.
I gained like 10,000 followers off the bat, and I was
I feel like it's so stupid that people argue something that they haven't done.
very young, and I started working with different brands.
Okay.
I totally understand the mental aspect. It's just that you guys can afford to say, hey, I'm gonna go wherever for 2 weeks, and
That
can be content, that can be your job, and you actually
That's
have to get
also
to
a
relax.
thing. Like, most content creators, when they're on vacation, they're still recording. And they still got some work involved in that. Even though they're still on vacation, like, you're still working. Like, unless you take a week off and say, I'm not going to stream. But it's kind of like, I would assume if I was in that position, I'd say I would have the itch to start up a stream or do something like that. But it's kind of like you're always working. Like streaming, you always got to be working to, like, be as good as everyone. Like, every other streamer, you always got to be
And
on
travel the
top of
world
it.
and have other opportunities.
Same for a job, dude. Like, unless you got, like, vacation time or you got your weekends off. I mean, you can pick your schedule for streaming.
Say a lot of points.
There's no relaxation.
If I could answer a couple.
There's no relaxation in streaming. That's crazy, dude. Bro, most of the time you're sitting down. Like, yeah, sure, that's not relaxing. Like, you're leaning back, you're laying down just watching TV, but you are still sitting down. Like, they're moving. 9 to 5 is moving. They're moving all the time. Unless you're like doing a world tour around the fucking world. As a streamer, you're probably always walking, but like, dude, like the cameraman probably has it worse than the streamer, dude. Because they got to get angles. They got to move around. Unless you got like 3, 4, 5 cameramen on the spot.
So you were saying like to go back.
Which is unrealistic.
Back to the beginning, you were saying like you can manage like your time.
Unless you're like Mr. Beast or some shit, or there's another big content creator. I have no idea.
Time with like relationship, was that correct? Like you have your girlfriend when you go home, like.
I fortunately have a support system, but I every day like ask myself how I would have been able to do it without.
Example. So you said 14 you started. I started at 16. For about 3 years, I was making money, and it slowly went super up, and then all of a sudden it went down. Right?
Yeah.
I lost
What
everything,
the
fell
fuck?
off completely. About to myself. Real story.
No, let's go back to that. Did bro just try to pick up a fry with his foot and then put it in his mouth? Oh shit. That's crazy.
This is a real story. This isn't a joke. Why are you smiling?
We've all been there.
Yeah, man, that sucks, bro. Let me roll back.
Down, right?
Yeah.
I lost everything, fell off completely. About to myself. Real story.
Nah, that's messed up, bro. But again, like she said,
The real
we've
story.
all
This
been
isn't
there.
joke.
Well,
why are you smiling?
not me,
We've
bro.
all been there. Every 9 to 5 worker has been there.
So
That's
going
why.
back to what you said, how
Yeah,
you have a
exactly,
support system.
exactly,
I moved
exactly.
across the country from my
That's
parents
fucked though. Don't let shit get to you like
at
that.
the age of 19.
To the point where you're done. Don't do that. Because then like it's actually like at that point it's kinda like take your vacation time, bro. And if you taken all of it, I don't know what to tell you. Just find people, lean on people.
Lived alone in an apartment, was paying a certain amount of money every single month, and I was losing money. I wasn't making enough money to pay my like I had money in my bank for my rent, but I wasn't making more than my rent.
Yeah, to come up to streaming, it's kind of like if you come up to stream, like you go from being the bottom tier streamer to the top, and then you lose it all gradually, you're gonna have like an insane. Let's say you're a high end streamer for like a year. You're gonna have enough money to have bought a nice house, and then if you fall off, it's kind of like, shit, what do I do with all these bills? My rent, what the fuck do I do? How am I supposed to do this? If I'm not gonna make as enough money to live in the house I'm living in. But then again, sell the house. Go back to where you were. Like go in an apartment or do something. Like and work on getting yourself back up to being a high-end streamer.
You were in the red every month.
Game of Thrones King's Road is now
No
available
one
on
give
both
a
PC
fuck.
and mobile with Google Play.
No one give
I
a
was in
fuck.
the red every single month. Girlfriend broke up with me at the time, so alone
That's fucked.
across the country. So it's like when you're alone too and everything's going down, where's my support system?
I don't like why she's laughing, bro.
So I have a question. You said that for the first 4 years you started streaming, you had no income. How are you able to survive?
I lived with my mom. I was 16.
So that to a certain extent is privilege.
You didn't live with your mom at 16? None of you? Yeah, that's crazy. All right, bro.
It
Sure.
is.
But my mom, how we actually?
No, that actually kind of pissed me off. That's crazy.
How's that privilege?
It's privilege because you have.
I mean, sure, it's privilege, but everyone has been privileged once in their life. It's kind of like what? You're not you're not homeless from the birth. You're just not.
You have the support system to have a place to live.
Well, at 15,
I'm sure he would.
16, I would hope I have parents.
Exactly.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't, and they have to
What is
take
that?
9
That's
to
a whole
5.
different discussion. So a lot of people don't have houses.
A lot of
when they
people
working
don't
9 to
have
5s?
families
Not
that
a
support
lot,
them or
But
accept
that's a
them.
whole different conversation. What does that do with the 9 to 5?
Because they still need to survive. So the fact that you were given
So
the
how did you move to
opportunity-
LA?
I moved across the country as well with my mom when I was 15 years old.
Do you not think that's privileged?
I mean, we moved into a 1-bedroom in Santa Monica and shared a trundle bed, so.
Okay, well, I was reselling shoes to afford my mom's.
Privilege can go from the low end to the high end. It's kind of like just not as
I
much.
get it. I've definitely helped my family out in times where I was able to, but I also had to have my family support me in order for me to have certain opportunities to make money in the first place.
I'm gonna
So
make
if
this
you
like
didn't have
20.
content creation,
Like,
what would you
dude, you know what the thing is? I always go off on Well, I don't go off on them, but I'm always like, why do they pause so much? Why do people that react to things pause so much? I'm just, dude, I swear this is just. I'm gonna make this in like 2 hours long at this fucking rate. Like an hour and 30.
If we all got paid the same every single month, let's say just in simple terms, we all got paid $100,000 a month, a crazy amount of money. Would you guys still, truthfully, I'm asking a serious question, would you guys say that all of our jobs are harder than each other, truthfully?
Yeah, if she was a nurse, she had to go to medical school for years just to be able to have her.
I didn't
She
really
knew that she was
understand
getting
that.
security because she was going to be a nurse, correct?
Not secure.
How is it not secure if you knew what you were going to do?
Nah, stuff like that, like being a nurse, you do one thing wrong, like ever so slight, you're getting fired. You're never, no one ever will hire you again. But there's so many jobs that are actually good without a diploma, like genuinely.
Nothing's secure.
Nothing's secure. You just proved my point. But you just proved my point.
No job is secure, but content creation gives you the ability to have those savings, to have an audience. And even if you do lose all your followers one day, even if
let's say I lost it all tomorrow.
You still have residuals of your previous viral videos, even if people are hating on you and shitting on you.
Again, like I said, yeah, exactly.
That's still adding to what goes into your pocket.
There's literally doctors who.
Yeah, people that if you make a video like a year ago, you're a big streamer, you might be still making money off that video.
Do one surgery and make hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Because they were trained for decades and they had to go to
So
school.
were we.
You went to school to be a content creator?
Streamer University.
Streamer University. I guess so, bro. Whatever. I'm not even gonna. Whoa, adapt. Oh, okay. I was about to say, holy shit. I was reading that and I was thinking it was as average. I was like, what the fuck? No, that's crazy.
Good, how you doing? Alex.
Now this is what I want to see. Him against a college professor, fuck no.
So first of all, I want to say I do respect all of you for what you do. I mean, you guys do work, but you do not work as hard as people who have a regular job. You don't know that. I mean, that I do know it for
Oh
sure.
man, as a teacher, oh my god, you're getting so much hate. Oh man, I would hate to be a teacher. You would get so much hate. Oh my god.
It's very clear. People have to wake up.
Unless you got one good student out of like 24. Especially a college, like, oh my god, you got like, what, 100 people in there? You have to teach, bro, that sucks.
Over and over again. It's not a daily thing, it's a weekly thing, it's a monthly thing, it's a yearly thing, it's a life thing. And if they screw up, they lose their jobs. And they always...
Same thing with content creation. Not as much, though. I feel like it's harder to get, like, well, no, it's not harder, because you can easily get fucked off of, streaming. Like, you could say a horrible word and you'll be fucked. But you could same thing for a job, and it's definitely like you're late a few times or you're getting fired. You're just getting fired.
Careful, because if they do something weird, they say something weird to their coworker or their boss, they're going to lose their job. If you lose some followers because of something you say, you'll get other followers.
Nah, if you say something, I feel like the times that people actually get fucked off streaming, it's always saying something. It's always saying something. But to be fair, PewDiePie, for example, he said the word and he was fine. Or people like was that Logan or Jake? One of them.
And you have
They said something really fucked up, and guys
a large following enough
doing crazy
where there's
right now.
enough of a range of perspectives that people will always be on board for you as long as you're producing content. People who screw up at their jobs and lose their jobs, and maybe there's a recession, there's not a lot of jobs, as could be now, they get potentially homeless or worse.
That's a good point.
What's that? Yeah, of course I've heard of it. But how many people have been canceled and came back? I mean, it happens all the time. Your boss is not going to be loyal to you if you don't get that thing in on time 5 times.
Okay, but
you're done.
Okay, so listen. But to be able to get that loyal following of people that do follow you,
Yes.
you need to build that over years
Okay.
and years and
Okay.
years and hours of
Okay.
trust
All right.
and communication and intimate relationships with your audience.
Okay, so
that's not something that's just given to you. You don't just fall into 1 million subscribers, 2
Of
million,
course
3 million
not. Of course
subscribers.
not. It takes work for sure. But
Sorry.
like, what you guys are talking about in terms
I don't know why. I just forgot that I was recording. I was about to check my channel.
of like the toll it takes on you, a large part of it, and let me tell you something, I'm a little older than you guys, so a large part of it is just general.
Dude, you see, that's the thing. Like, I'm having like this just seems like a normal day, just reacting to something.
Angst from being young, and you just happen to have a camera in front of you and like talking to people or whatever, but at the same time, like, you're doing exactly what most
There is hard parts of like recording, even when you're doing like, even when you're not popular, you got to do everything by yourself. Cause like editing, you got to do by yourself. Like obviously, like for me, I don't fucking roll around with the camera, but I do edit and do a lot of stuff that might take longer than doing the actual video.
most people are doing, which is dealing with life stuff, and that's normal. Like the mental toll that it takes dealing with people and getting comments.
So
and
it
this and
takes
that.
like my videos are like hour to an hour 30 minutes long. It doubles. It doubles automatically because of editing and gathering clips and doing all that.
That's what every.
But holy shit, is it nowhere close to a 9 to 5? Holy fuck, man. Bro.
Everybody deals with.
Couldn't
But you
imagine.
don't have to wake up at 6 in the morning and get to your job and then be there
Plus, I'm a kid. I got a lot of energy.
and like be on the whole time, no matter what. Anyone who has a 9 to 5 has to do that.
I said, what do you do?
Well, I'm a college professor, so I have to do that same
So
sort
you
of.
just gotta come in and teach the same shit for the next.
Nah, bro. Nah, bro. There's no way you're hating on a college professor that's teaching 100 people, doing something different every day. Nah, bro, that's crazy. Unless, like if you do it once, you're gonna know how to do it twice. Because it's really just teaching the same thing over and over again until, like just different people. But the first time is gonna be the hardest. I could imagine.
15 years?
Yes, you're right.
Come on, man.
We have to,
You already know what you're doing.
we have to produce new shit every day.
For me in particular, to Silky's point, you're a college professor, so you're essentially reteaching the same curriculum to the same students.
That I had to take
You know what I'm
years
saying?
to learn, but
you know
yes.
what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I started making content when I was 12 years old.
Okay.
It started out playing Call of Duty trick shotting. I
You were-
don't think
okay.
anybody in this room could hit a crane shot. I don't know if
Bro. No way, bro said. I doubt anyone in this room can hit a crane shot. I mean. Bro did a 360 crane shot and he thinks if he
anyone in this room could quick scope.
I don't know if
So
that's
I had
something to be proud of,
Nah,
but
bro,
okay.
So I had to do
Crazy.
that for 4 years,
Okay.
right? And then I'm like, okay. Then I had to do YouTube for 4 years,
Okay.
right?
All right.
And then I
Man.
had to do FaZe Clan, build FaZe Clan out, fix FaZe Clan.
Nah. Like if you're in charge of like a clan like FaZe Banks or like what's his name? Or like whoever they're kinda like a whole package deal with a side, man.
And then
Okay.
do streaming.
Okay.
So
And
you're
with how many?
constantly-
But you gotta think he's making a lot of money doing that.
People helping you?
How many people helping me?
Yeah.
Come on now.
For which stages?
Yeah, all of them.
that.
There were a lot.
Maybe
You had a
one.
team.
When I was trick
Was
shotting-
it just you? Like
No. It
Okay.
was just me. There's receipts of this.
It
on
wasn't
YouTube.
built on the
It
shoulders
is
of anyone?
different for a lot of
There's
people.
receipts on YouTube of me.
Okay, well, where did YouTube come from?
When I was
How did
13
YouTube become so
when I was
easy?
13
Because
years
a
old.
bunch of people worked their butts off 9 to 5, making it a thing.
That's
and
what
if
you
it
did
didn't
for
exist,
Yeah,
if it
facts.
didn't-
Y'all wouldn't have jobs if people that work at YouTube studios don't work. Like if they don't work, like they're literally doing a 9 to 5 so you can do something easier than a 9 to 5. Like that's literally how YouTube was created, a 9 to 5.
didn't exist. You couldn't press
Like-
play, you couldn't press record,
So the fact that
and
you
then
have
That's
just
a-
talk.
the fact that you have a campus
That is a good ass point.
to teach on, then
Yeah.
boom, there you go.
Right, but I
Yeah.
also
You
have
have
to
a
spend
Dude, the last thing I would ever want to do is debate a teacher.
years earning my credentials and mastering.
Unless they're just stupid as fuck.
I did it.
Come on, guys. Your credentials are playing video games. I play video games on my spare time. Come on. Guys,
Okay.
You just want to get paid to play video games. It's okay. We understand.
coming from.
Oh, hair and makeup artist. Oh, imagine you fuck up someone's hair, bro. I'm just thinking of every bad possibility.
Physical job. Doesn't seem like any of you guys can even compete with the
Oh,
physicality.
brother.
You guys
I know how to do a three-strand braid.
Just sitting on your butt and talking into a microphone.
No. I think a lot of people can. Anyone. I think anyone, unless you got jittery hands, you can be a hairdresser. Or maybe not. I don't fucking know, but.
Very different. Very different than having to get up in the morning, carry all of your gear. You've got to carry all of your hair, makeup, all of your.
It's kind of like same thing for streaming though. You got to carry a camera around. You got a lot of equipment as a. But it's kind of like if you're doing something like me, it's just like everywhere. Like I don't pick up anything.
All of your supplies, you have to haul it around.
Unless you're like a vlogger or something, you're probably not gonna do
early
that.
in the morning. You stand on your feet all.
Like, dude, now if I was Mr. Beast, now that is crazy. I think that is arguably close to as hard as a 9 to 5. I don't know. Maybe he thinks different. I don't know what Mr. Beast thinks. Imagine him, like. Imagine being him. He gets so much hate on the regularly, dude. But he's so happy. He's such a happy, jolly guy, I assume. But
all day. You never sit down.
I hear you. I hear you.
You're breathing in toxic chemicals all day.
man, dude, imagine being a cleaner. Now that would be horrible.
All right,
Toxic is crazy though.
Can I talk?
I mean, if you drink it, it is toxic.
So it's dangerous.
Listen,
your job isn't dangerous. Your job isn't physical.
Yeah, no, yeah.
You're just talking into a
So,
microphone.
listen. So your whole thing is we can't do what you do, right?
It's not physical. I'm saying that a 9 to 5 job where you physically have to do some hauling around stuff.
So I physically
you're
can't
just
haul
talking
around
into a microphone.
bags of like makeup. You physically could never trick shot. You could not hit a crane shot. You can't 1080. You can't hold.
Back to the trick shot, bro. What are you doing, bro? No, dude. Hitting a trick shot is all luck. That is all luck. I'm sorry, but that is all luck. You just gotta know the general area that someone's in, and then you just hope for the best. You pray that shot hits, and you'll get a bunch of views and likes off of that. Like, no, that shit is all luck, and it pisses me off how people get so much like likes and views off that shit. That's so stupid, so stupid. Like, bro.
Game montage. Man. No one in here.
I'm sorry. I started a new game, and I would hit trick shots, and bro, I was like, oh wow, that was fucking lucky as shit.
None of you could.
None of you could physically and you have to do that for 12 hours a day.
Yes. Actually, yes.
No, more like 6 to 8. Now streamers like Jinxie, for example, he streams 8 hours, but he doesn't edit anything. All he does, he likes to stream 8 hours a day, and he has so much fun doing it. That's crazy. Like 8 hours, yeah. But that's again harder than 9 to 5, because, dude, all Jinxie does is play video games. Like the only streamers that actually do 8 hours of streaming are gamers, or does iShowSpeed do that? And but he's still having fun.
Wait.
A trick shot.
Like you was not having fun at a 9 to 5. I'm sorry. I just fucking muted it.
It's never done. When you're done
Just
doing
looked like
that,
an
is your
old
job
head.
done? Do you have to go shopping?
Pressing that
all of the
unmute
things
button.
that you use.
No. Listen,
You have to
Vicky,
clean
listen,
all of
Vicky.
your gear.
You don't know about dry streaks. You don't know about hit markers.
But when you're
Clean
done,
all your gear, bro. You clean
You don't know
everything.
about if the Elgato wasn't on.
when
Can
you're
you
done, you're
imagine
done.
these things?
Oh my God, disable.
Oh man, you know what the most annoying thing when you're a content creator is like not recording your best of the best thing. Like you do something like amazing, and it's your record button is just not on, or it's paused, or dude, it's so fucked up. Like, oh man, it's so fucked up.
If I rendered my video in Vegas and I sent the editor clips without disabling resample.
Oh my God.
My
Like
montage is
imagine
fucked.
losing all your shit. Like oh man. Oh man. Like imagine, like I got a bunch of drafts in my TikTok. Like imagine like TikTok gets deleted. Fuck me. Just fuck me. Like that would be annoying as fuck.
Your main underlying argument here is what you do is
That's a pretty good point.
Daily, day to day.
Okay. Your main
You can just lose hours of progress, and it's like, what the fuck? No, that is fuck. That's probably like the most annoying thing about
what you do
content
is physically
creation.
more taxing and
Yeah.
hard than what any of us
And
do.
dangerous.
I could say the same thing. You cannot
Okay,
physically
dangerous is crazy. There's nothing dangerous about content creating. Unless you're being stupid and you fall on the ground. Like, literally can happen to anyone.
trick shot. You could never.
Bro. Dude.
I would go as far
Okay,
as
so
I don't
Dude, bro. Like I said, bro, it's all luck, bro. There's no way you're talking about trick shotting again, bro. Dude, there's no
How much a
fucking
day do
way.
you trick shot?
I don't think.
How many hours a day?
Bro, he knows that's stupid as fuck. He knows that's dumb. He knows it's so stupid. He's laughing at himself right
Do
now.
you trick shot? How many hours?
When I was trick shotting, it was 12 hours a day. It was however long I needed to. However long I needed.
That's facts, though. Like, if you're trying to gather clips, like, you're recording, you're not even going to post it. Like, I record all the time, and I don't post the videos. I probably have so many files in my file explorer of me just recording my gameplay. Like, that could take hours. I'm not even kidding. I probably spent, like, 5 hours on a game, and I was so pissed off halfway through it. And I couldn't gather one fucking clip because it's so hard. It's so annoying.
12 hours a day, every day.
5 seconds.
And that
Nah, bro. Like, you can be playing a game for 12 hours and maybe gather 10 clips. And those 10 clips are probably going to be used in 1 to 2 videos. That's kind of
He
annoying.
carries a Barrett 50 cal and he jumps off of stuff.
I would have to get on Call of Duty, turn my sense all the way up to 1010. I would have to.
Bro, you're going back to trick shots, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. That's not hard. That's all luck based. The only hard thing about that is that it takes time.
Get to last. I would have to pray to God that he would be in the right spot.
Yeah, that's again, like I said, the only thing is luck.
I got my rotation.
Dead zones.
Bro, literally anyone could do that. Anyone could look at someone, turn their sense all the way the fuck up, and make sure all you have to do is make sure your timing's right. That's the only thing you have to do.
What about dead zone?
Stick drift.
Stick drift.
Thing is, for the most part.
Stick drift. Oh no. There's no way, dude.
But
Stick
that is
drift
not
is crazy.
all YouTubers
Man, that's
that
fucked.
are doing something physical. A lot of it is just talking.
Yeah, but she also said it was dangerous. We could walk around, IRL stream, and someone could rob us or kill us.
Now that is a good point. Like, if you're doing an IRL stream, you could, like, actually get, like someone could hate you. Like, if you're doing a 9 to 5, no one's gonna know you. No one's gonna know you. And you probably won't get robbed. But as a streamer, you got so much money, they will rob you, dude. And they will know, like, bro, oh my god. Unless you got, like, a bodyguard or some shit, which most don't. Nah, bro. That's a good point. Like, there is more danger on walking through the streets while content creating, because they know where you are. They know where you are. Like, they know. Like, if you're in Hollywood and you're, like, walking through the fucking stars, and then someone's, like, stream sniping you or IRL, you, like, oh, man, nah, imagine that. Like, see the name of the star and say, I know where the fuck that is. That's right next door to the fucking McDonald's, dude. And it's like...
They're laughing, but that's happened recently.
I've gotten a pumpkin thrown on my head by a crackhead.
Crackhead ran up.
See, dude? That's crazy. Nah, getting stream sniped IRL, getting a pumpkin thrown at your head. Nah, that's crazy.
To him on stream and almost
That could actually give you a concussion. That's fucked.
Decapitated his thoughts.
Nah, that's a good point. Like, what is with these fuck-ass ads? Silky. Wow. Okay. 8,000 to 22,000.
My name is Thelma. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. I am very occupational. My
Libra.
last job, I worked as a librarian.
Oh, so she's
elementary school children.
okay.
I have been
Retired.
an executive secretary, legal.
Very quiet, peaceful.
Yes, yes, all that. You know, because it's who you are. That you know we.
Librarian? Is that really that hard? I could imagine. Like dealing with some fuck ass kids that just want to make your own job worse. Yeah, I could see that.
All the time, because that's what we are. We're 9-to-5ers, and we interact and
9-to-5ers.
have energy with people. Where I don't think that you guys.
Oh man, this socializing in a 9-to-5 is so much. Like unless you're doing like again doing an IRL stream, you're probably not gonna be. You're not gonna be interacting with anyone.
You have false energy because you're across the screen. You're not interacting with people like we do.
So what are we doing right now? What are we doing right now?
You're doing it now because we're doing a video.
Wait, isn't she debating for us? That's making it harder for us.
Do you know that there's millions of people?
Now I'm not gonna have all y'all gang up on me.
There's millions of people who watch the video and
Yes.
save lives every
Yes.
day. Probably more than doctors.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
There's people that literally stay alive.
Oh no. I do agree that a streamer has saved someone's life with so many people that want to like off themselves. No, I can see that, but not many. That happens so rarely.
Because they want to watch our videos.
You know about going out into the clubs and not.
And I highly doubt that anyone's like they're making an impact like but like recognizing it, like if I was in that position and I was talking to a streamer, it's kind of like I wouldn't do that, but it would be like, oh wow, this guy recognizes me, this guy really cares, like even though he doesn't know me.
I staying out till 2, 10 o'clock in the morning, trying to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning so you can get dressed.
So you was having fun.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so.
But like as a nurse or a doctor, you're saving way more lives than someone streaming, dude. That's crazy.
So what I'm saying is like you guys don't do the
Crazy.
interaction. You don't touch people like this.
Okay, now.
What kind of shit's going on?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Go to the club, you get to put some shades on, and you go by your day to work. We can't do that because we have thousands of people.
But is
You're
that
drunk,
your choice?
You're high. You're
But is
hungover.
that
Just
your
get off
choice?
stream. We don't want to see you like this.
But is that your choice?
We don't like you like this. Why are you doing this?
Hey man, now that well no, that's not like who the fuck cares? No one's
that
doing
your
that
cho-
unless you're like imagine if like Queso or something started smoking on stream, everyone would go nuts. But if you're anyone else, like if you're like that, like Sketch for example, he just every stream he smokes, and everyone knows that.
Choice. You chose that. You chose this life.
That's the thing. We can't.
And
can't
that's
do
what's
what you
happening
do.
now. That's what's
Sorry.
happening now with the whole world. It's a total disconnect. When you have a 9-to-5, you're dealing with people. You're touching people's hearts,
We deal with
souls,
people too.
mind. No, you are not.
Do you know how many fans we meet a day?
I think. Look, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, and I respect what you do.
Do you
because
watch
I
any
think,
entertainment?
Oh my God.
Of course I watch
So do you
entertainment.
ever,
I got kids.
wait,
I got grandkids.
Do you ever laugh? Do you ever laugh?
Of course I
So
laugh.
then they
We're
interact with
touching
you.
them.
But the interaction.
Entertaining is really hard. As a content creator, it is actually pretty hard. But like if you're like that's again.
Did it make you
real.
feel better?
When I'm
Did it
watching
make you- wait, did it make you feel better?
What make me feel
Have you
better?
ever
It all
watched-
depends on
have you ever been
it all
entertained?
depends- it
Have you
all
ever been
depends
entertained
on
and been like,
what's coming.
oh, I feel good?
Some of it is fake. Some of it is fake.
You see, you're not answering.
Bro, but like most content creators, they have a different personality on stream, bro. They got a different, like, whole different personality, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy how, like, I could imagine, like, just switching up. But it's like that content creating mindset. You gotta be more energetic. You gotta be more talkative. You gotta, again, like he said at the beginning of the video, step out of your comfort zone. But, like, you gotta talk. Like, even when you're a waitress, you have to talk. You have to talk. Sometimes be entertaining or, like, make people laugh or do something. Like, the waiters always like to do that.
Okay, well, let me answer because I'm debating him.
Okay,
but go ahead.
Right after this, I got you. Right
Okay,
now.
all right.
Yeah.
Come on.
So when you're entertained, have you ever felt like your day was better if you watched something? You've never felt like that?
Yeah, sure.
So what's the difference with us?
The difference with you is that you guys do this 24/7. That's all you do.
Yeah.
You know, you just like you. Wait a minute. Somebody made a comment about, oh, I can't even go out with my girlfriend, or I can't even go out in public.
That's right.
I can go out
That's
in
a,
public and be
like-
seen.
So it's
You know what?
easier.
I'm
Like, bro, like as a streamer, you can't go out anywhere with like a person you love or like something like that. You're always gonna get recognized. Like Speed, dude, he has to close down shops just so he can get in there. Like people will there's like 5,000 people every country he's in. 5,000 people just on him 24/7, literally stream sniping him IRL, dude. It's crazy.
I'm a very
I
social.
I actually couldn't imagine that.
I'm a very social person. I'm very popular.
But dude, Speed makes the best of it. Like he actually likes it. Like sometimes he gets annoyed, but like that's only times where he really wants to get something done and move on to the next segment.
And where I do and where I am, I do. Something.
What we do has not affected people. It's not real. How come when I go out in public and I meet someone and they're like, "Oh my God, wait, I loved your videos growing up. You were my childhood. I used to watch you
Or their
every
hands
single
shaking,
day.
their hands shaking.
Like you were my child. You know how like we grew up watching Disney Channel?
Yep.
I've had
Ben
kids come
10.
up hundreds of.
Yo, dude, no way you just mentioned Ben 10, dude. That's crazy. Best series, dude. Best childhood series. Still watch it to this date.
I'm Robbie. I'm a server at an Italian restaurant.
Come on, bro. Life's easy.
Oh, that's not fair.
He has the same menu, makes the same food every.
Wow, no way they just said a waitress is easy. Like, genuinely, bro, just said that shit was easy. No, dude. Nah, bro, that's crazy. A server. Oh, man. They get so much hate.
First thing I'm going to say is nobody's going to say being a nurse isn't hard, because my aunt was. That is the most difficult shit.
Man, I could imagine being, like, I didn't know before this, like, whole thing happened. Like, you know, the no tax on tips, no tax on... Yeah, I didn't know about... I didn't think tips got taxed. I didn't know that. That's insane. That's fucked up. No, that's actually fucked up. That's your unheard of.
You're gonna disrespect your mom and say that your work is harder? That is so rude, honestly. Because my aunt was. That is the most difficult shit. How are you gonna disrespect your mom?
Wow, man. His mom was a server, and he's saying that it wasn't hard for her. Oh man, dude. Oh man. Well, no, I don't think he said it wasn't hard for her, but he definitely said streaming is harder than that. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. That's
Like
crazy.
that, dude.
right now.
You're gonna disrespect your mom and say that your work is harder? That is so rude, honestly.
She works two of them.
Okay,
She works at two hospitals.
Let me ask you something.
She said it's mad easy. She can work at two hospitals.
No disrespect. No disrespect.
Hey
but
man, if your mom said it was mad easy, okay, whatever.
I'm not your
But-
target audience. So break it down for me, because I don't even get it.
But waiters from all different, like some waiters have it good, some waiters... Actually, I'd assume most waiters have it bad.
Oh my God.
Let me ask you something.
You just said I'm not your target audience because I'm black. That's what you just said. You don't watch me because I'm black. And this is what I'm talking about. It's
Dude,
harder.
what?
You have to get judged every.
I gotta get.
You need a free and easy way to capture your gameplay? Introducing Outplayed. Record anything on your PC.
Oh man, that's funny.
Highlight reels.
That's funny.
Judge every day. Everybody thinks I'm a hoodlum. I'm a nice guy.
He's a jolly dude.
I can't get a job because I got taxed. I used to work at Costco's. I had the greatest 401k granted to me. That means that when I retire, I get the big.
The way you're talking tonight, explaining a night to a guy that works a 9 to 5, a 401k right now. There's
biggest
no way.
stipend of my life. Do you know I could just sit there and just meat pack all day just to really realize in what, maybe 20 years I'm gonna be sitting on millions because I worked at Costco's?
Yeah, Will.
Okay.
I didn't have to interact with nobody, just packing meat.
Yeah, Will.
Come on, bro.
Hey. Is what you do fun?
I mean,
Do you enjoy what you do?
if I make it fun,
Do you make it fun?
I could make it fun.
Yes or no? Is what you do fun?
Not everything's fun.
What isn't fun? Break it down for me. What do you do in a day? We'll swap stories.
There's a lot of things too that comes to content creating that isn't fun. Like I fucking hate editing. I have no idea how to do that shit.
What do you do in a day?
Shit's annoying as fuck.
Not fun at all. Because this dude was talking for 20 minutes about playing video games.
Whoa. It sounds like you're jealous. I'm not gonna lie. But
you want his
That's
details.
crazy. That is
Okay, so look,
crazy.
right?
So I'm jealous of a harder job.
No.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you.
Thank you. Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
that was sarcasm. You didn't read it. No, I'd like to.
No. Listen.
That didn't sound like sarcasm, bro. Like, you know what I hate about people? They say, oh, that was sarcasm. Bro, that shit did not sound like sarcasm. That like, what are you doing? Cause that was not sarcasm, bro. Like at least try to make it sound like sarcasm. Like, cause that was horrible. Like, if you were trying to make that sound like sarcasm, that was fucking dude, that was horrible. It was horrible.
To the time that I wake up maybe 3, 4 p.m. Know what I'm saying? I'm already drowsy because I just smoked the night before. You know why I gotta smoke? Because I just deal with thousands of people. I don't even like people.
Dude, the way you just blamed your fans for smoking. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy.
Thousands of them.
Oh man, bro, you're blaming kids for smoking, bro. That's crazy. Because most of his audience are probably kids. Most of everyone's audience
Let him
are kids.
say. You gonna say for this, right?
Wait, but you still haven't
There's
described what you've
obviously
done on
some.
the smoking pot and waking up at 4.
Okay, waking up at 4 p.m., right? Now wake up. I gotta brush my
Dude, you're waking up at 4 p.m. Hey man, I wake up at 2:30 p.m. I'm totally fine with it, but as a grown adult, that's kind of crazy.
Right? Gotta make sure because I got a lot of comments.
Cause it's 2 a.m. right now. This is not like hours before my bedtime. My bedtime's like last night I fell asleep at like 8 a.m.
Now he don't brush his grills. What does his real teeth look like?
Bro, what? Sorry.
I gotta make sure that my yeah.
He got Chanel earrings like a bad bitch.
And there's girls in his chat too sometimes. So,
Yeah.
Ooh, imagine that, bro.
I gotta make sure I'm pressing saving. I'm not saving for this video. I already know what's gonna happen. It's about to be negative comments. Yo, shave that little scruffy shit on your face. Cool.
So he got fat.
You're always like, especially like from these high-end streamers, you're always getting made fun of. That's the problem. That's the only, like, it's really, there's a few things, but there's like you can say the same thing, just not as bad for a 9 to 5. You get made fun of, you get backlash, you get all that, but streaming, I'd say I feel like it's harder to hear it in person. That's the thing. So you could go either way when it comes to that.
Now I have to game Marvel Rivals, but probably 1 to 2 hours before stream. You know why? Because I don't get to game it for after work. Like I could just game it after work, bro. I can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't just do that, right? After I do that, now I gotta sit here and plan with somebody what I'm gonna do for the stream today. Oh, looks like we got no content. All right, let's see if we can just throw something around.
No content, no money.
No content, no money. Now look, probably by 8 or 9 p.m. I'm still probably thinking I gotta do something for stream. My mind is fried.
Yeah, dude, my like, dude, when you're trying to be a content creator, you're already a content creator. You're always thinking of ideas. You're always thinking like, dude, I gotta record, I gotta edit, I gotta post clips. I'm actually doing bad.
It's crazy. 8, 9 p.m. for him. Oh, I did my work.
You already did my ear.
But like, yeah, like he literally just said, when you're working a 9 to 5, you're off. You're off work. Unless you're like you're a manager or something like that. People call you all the time, like even off work. Now that is fucked. That is horrible. That is disgustingly bad. I would never want that.
I did my work today.
You took the same boss already. You're going to sleep.
But like, if you're like a boss and people are calling you nonstop, bro, that's fucking annoying. Like that means you're always at work, bro. It's like your mind is never off work.
I don't want to hog the space here too much, but do you know the expression, give a man enough rope?
You're losing me.
Yeah, bro, I have no idea. Couldn't tell you.
Basically, you're talking yourself into a hole, man. Okay, my turn. I'll be brief.
Wait, give a man a rope. Wait,
it means,
is that racist?
Bro, what? No, that was.
Get this racist out of here. He has no social cues.
right.
Oh, you're back?
Babe, I want to say to you.
Rhonda.
I'm your black auntie.
Yeah.
That's what I want to say.
Okay.
You say you don't like people. It's all about relationships that you got with people. So when you say shit like that, do you really mean that?
Do I not like people?
You said,
I'm an introvert. I'd rather be in my own space. I'd rather be by myself.
And that's okay. But what is it that you're doing that's helping other people?
What am I doing? Yeah. Saving lives. I'm a superhero.
He's a hero.
Alright, bro. That was obviously a joke.
I'm a superhero, no cape.
I'm a superhero with no cape. That's crazy. Who's this? Jason. Jason. That's the guy I was talking about. Yep. I kind of like this guy, but he's cocky as fuck, and he's a tiny bit annoying.
How you doing?
No hate though. Love him.
How are you? You look great.
I've never watched one of his streams. I don't even know what it like. I don't.
That's right. I'm Thelma again.
But he came up really quick.
I mean, fuck.
Sorry.
How are you?
You look great. You look
That's
great.
right. I'm Thelma again.
I believe 9 to 5 is harder. I mean, fuck.
Bro, you're supposed to be on the side that streaming's harder. What are you talking about? Bro forgot the script. Dude, that's crazy. Nah, bro. Bro said, what side am I on right now? Oh, bro, it's great. Alright, bro, it's not this. It's not that deep, bro. Just let him talk. Like, oh no, he messed up on his words. Oh my god. Like, bro, come on. You must restart your device. It's the most.
I can't
Bro,
have
shut
a
up.
public relationship because of the public eye.
You could. Now, I'm not saying it's easy, but you could just not tell your stream. But at the same time, like, anyone sees you in public with that person and they know you, you're going to get fucked. You're like, they know about it. It's the cat's out of the bag.
And how they judge my relationship.
You're not fucked, but the cat's out of the bag.
Girlfriend.
That might even ruin their relationship. It's horrible. I actually, like, imagine you're a streamer and you're with a girl outside and someone recognizes you, posts it on social media. The girl sees it, and then you're fucked. That relationship is over. Like, I mean, it doesn't happen all the time, but it happens. I can promise you, it happened before.
That I loved so dearly because I chose streaming.
So my question.
Nah, I loved her.
My question.
I loved her, and you're laughing.
Nah, bro, she be laughing the whole time, bro. Dude, someone says some shit that's actually sad, she be laughing, bro. It's crazy.
My question again. My question. If you think it's so much harder, why are you doing it?
Because I'm passionate about it.
Okay, so you love it. You love streaming. So do you love it
Bro, like, if I had a 9 to 5, I'd be passionate to keep that job.
more than you love that girlfriend?
That's what I had to decide. I had to make sacrifice, and
So
that's
you-
what you have to do.
so you lost
with
the
streaming.
human touch.
But guess what? If I had a 9 to 5,
But, like, I would never sacrifice any relationship to, like, do streaming. Unless they literally say, hey, I don't want to be with a streamer, bro. You're done. And then I'm like, okay, bro, this is my job. This is what I want to do. I'm not gonna sacrifice me going to a 9 to 5 just to make you happy. I'm not doing that. I can't do that.
Lost the
couldn't.
human
if I
touch.
was flipping burgers, I could have had a girlfriend still.
But you lost the human
Hey, man, that's true. And he wouldn't have been well, I don't know how rich this kid is. He's pretty new to streaming. But he's gonna get there.
Judged on thousands of people's opinions every single day.
Those actual tattoos. You can, like, oh no, you can. Okay, never mind. But purple, really? And on your neck? Are you okay?
Okay, and then back to my point. Is that your choice? Was that your choice?
But that's not the point, though. The
No,
point is
that's my point. That's my point.
streaming is harder
Was
than
that
that's the point.
you gave up your girlfriend for streaming? Come on now.
Shit, he ran up a bag. He
Yeah.
ran up a
I
bag.
ain't gonna lie,
He did
I
it for a bag.
But the thing is, it comes to a point. Do I pick love and a future with someone
Bro, I wouldn't rather doing anything but this. Like, serious, I actually couldn't imagine. Like, me thinking of a 9 to 5, it makes me so fucking sick to my head.
or do I pick
Something that I
future
love.
something that I'm passionate about?
Odin Valhalla
No, no,
Rising,
I actually I
available
do
on
agree.
mobile and
I do
PC,
agree.
exclusively with Google Play Games.
Like, it actually makes me sick thinking about a job. I would love to do this the rest of my life, bro. It's oh my god, it'd be so like
Costa? Amazing name.
holy shit, dude. It's way less stressful. The thing is, with a 9 to 5, it's so much more stressful than streaming. It's so much more. Like, it's not even a competition.
Fuck ups.
I hate, I can't believe that no one from the other side has argued that. Because that is a complete win on their side. It's so much more stressful. Yes, there's stressful points of content creation, but while you're recording, you're not going to be stressed out unless, like, you're doing that in a video game, which is, like, get a life, bro. Like, seriously, like, if you're, like, unless, like, dude, nah, dude. Like, and you can get frustrating, but stressed out over a video game, yes, you can get frustrated and, like, mad, but if you're getting, like, dude, that's crazy.
I like that.
If you had an opportunity,
Like, stressed out.
a 9 to 5.
The only times I would be stressed out is if I lose all my files, if I lose all my shit. That would stress me out. I'd be like, oh my god, like how do I make this back? Like, I think about all the time, what if I'm doing a playthrough of a video game and I just like I lose that file of me doing one part, I'm fucked. I'm fucked. Genuinely, I'm fucked. I'm not gonna replay the game to get to that point just to record that point, that time frame of gaming. I'm not gonna do that. Like, no one's gonna do that. That is the most stressful thing.
Like whatever you want,
Yes,
9
I
to
would.
5. You would take it?
Yes.
Because to get a 9 to 5. That you,
Now, I think the reason he said that was because he's thinking, if I got the same amount of money I do from streaming, then as for a 9 to 5, like, if I got the same money, I'd do it. And that, I don't know. I definitely wouldn't, but maybe he's being truthful. I have no fucking clue. This is rage bait, dude. This is crazy.
Yes,
9
I
to
would.
5. You would take it?
Yes.
Because why?
Because I don't even enjoy streaming anymore.
You don't?
Bro, you're new. How long has he been doing this stuff for? Maybe he just recently popped off, but I don't know how long. Like, obviously, I don't know this guy. Maybe he's been doing it for years, and he just popped off. I don't fucking know, but that's.
Because why?
Because
I thought he was like what's that one kid that's friends with Kai? Kai popped him off because he was a fan, right? What was his name? I don't know.
I don't even enjoy
But I'm sure you like,
don't?
if any of you watching,
No, but I
you'll
have
probably
to,
know who
because
I'm
it's what I
talking about.
built my career off of. I started.
You feel stuck.
I feel stuck. Yeah.
Have you ever watched a show and you stopped?
I would never feel stuck if I was a big streamer like that.
watching it?
Would not.
Have you ever watched a show and you were like,
All the time.
it's the same thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I have to.
That TV show can't. It's done. What happens to all those actors?
It's
after that?
canceled
They gotta
because I
go to-
stopped watching?
Well, no. I'm saying if
Baby,
if thousands of you
Honey.
stop watching.
I think you guys are mixing all
Yeah,
the issues.
Cartoon Network. It's like
and
they
not
got millions of
focusing
people.
on-
You guys know what Cartoon Network is? It's gone.
Dude, Cartoon Network is like, honestly, Cartoon Network has been falling off for the last 10 years. Genuinely.
All those people are gone.
And I was 5 back then, but still. Like,
Yeah,
they
but
have
that's
been.
the point.
Nah, they fell off. No, they fell off like 2014, 2015. 2015 is when they fell off. Because they started making everything so much more childish. Like, there was things that actually was, like adults can enjoy. Like, I'm watching a series of someone watching something from Cartoon Network, and he's actually like, dude, he's having so much fun. Like, he loves it so much. Like, he actually,
I'm a
like,
professional model.
it's crazy.
But-
Like, I would never expect that, but
I've worked since I was at the age of 14. I was a gamer too.
I just think personally, like I agree with Jason that I think streaming does
and I know like there's so many adults online. Like, there's so many.
take a certain.
Like, especially perfect example, Ben 10. Like, there's always an adult like actually praising it.
More stop.
Obviously, they don't like the kids like aspect of it. They'd rather it be for adults, but there are points of Ben 10 where there's like actually like something to relate to as an adult. I'm sure.
And I also think, everybody in here, right? If you guys all try to be a streamer, right? And then we all try to do what you guys do.
Dude, you know what? It's so hard to be a streamer. You got to be so unique. You got to be so unique being a content creator. You got to be so much different from everyone else because you got to put out different content.
The probability of everybody here trying to be
Like that's why I'm doing like a game from like 14 years ago. That's what like
than somebody making streaming.
that was like 12, 11 years
Absolutely,
ago.
your job is just got lucky because you're a gamer. You got lucky. There's so many people like you
I was
out
talented.
there.
I wasn't.
There's so much luck involved. Now there's hard work involved in streaming, but there's most of it's luck.
It wasn't
These
pure
days,
luck.
everybody's an influencer. Come on.
No. But
So many.
Dude, like I just got done recording a video on TikTok of like I spent an hour and 15 minutes. Literally how much time I'm recording. I've been recording for an hour and 20 minutes. That's how long it took me to record 26 seconds of a video because it kept fucking up. I kept fucking up. There's things outside that was just being loud. I couldn't like there's like so much shit that goes into it.
Specifically, what I do, I'm not posting selfies around the world. It's basically all pure talent.
Wait,
Okay.
can I just why is he lucky? Why do we all get lucky though?
What is your talent?
There is a good amount of hard work. I'd say like 15 to 20%. Like before, like I'd say 10 years, I would say like 5 to 10 years ago when you started streaming, it's all luck. Streaming was all luck 5 to 10 years ago. Now there's harder work involved now with streaming than there was 5 to 10 years ago.
Call of Duty. I was a professional Call of Duty player,
So you were sitting at home and you're thinking, what am I going to do with my life while you were gaming? You're like, oh, let's put a camera.
I was 16, so it wasn't really like that.
You weren't really thinking of what should I do with my life, like what should I.
But even then, like 5 to 10 years ago, you had to be unique. You had to work hard. You had to be creative because if not, you're never gonna make it with content creating.
Where does my life go? You just got lucky.
It's not luck. It's just he's determined. He knows that's the only route.
He didn't get lucky. He put in hours.
It's crazy. I have no idea who this guy is. By the way.
It wasn't luck.
Most YouTubers I don't know. Like I only heard of like Corey X Kenshin like a few months ago. I haven't watched him.
Everybody's a little bit of luck. I think people who don't have a job, they feel they want to get lucky.
I'm sure he was a great YouTuber. I literally haven't watched one video. I'm sorry.
Job. So I think people even having a job is some sort of luck.
He said, how many people of us could do this? No, it's luck. It's 1 of a million because for whatever
How is
reason.
that luck? If 1 out of a million, that one has to be the best. So how are you going to dismiss?
Dude, there's hundreds of thousands of streamers. I'd say like 200,000 streamers, and most of them aren't gonna make it.
Over 300,000 people that played Warzone last year. This is the game that I played.
Okay.
I got 4th. So I was a top 12 player across the entire world.
Now it's kind of like when you're a professional gamer, you actually have to grind. You actually have to grind. That's not even a debate. You have to grind. Like it's completely, like you have to be doing that for years. You had to put so many hours in. You gotta like give up on like being active, being socializing. Like that's, oh my god. Like that's why I'm probably never gonna be a professional gamer. I'm just gonna be a variety streamer when it comes to gaming.
So that's not luck. That's pure skill.
So you're dismissing.
There's a lot of skill that comes into like playing like professional video games. Like you can't even debate that. There's so much skill.
Jordan lucky? Is LeBron James
like
lucky?
your hand-eye coordination has to be off the charts. You got to be better than everyone in your field. But same thing for like a 9 to 5. Like if you want that promotion, you gotta grind. You gotta do all that.
Yes. I mean, they have a talent. They have a talent.
No, people like LeBron, they're pure skill. Like there's no luck that comes into that. No luck. You have to grind. Have to.
So what do you do?
And for the streamers, like, try to bring out a good example. Like, I don't know, like for R6 Bolo, like he's a professional gamer. Like he makes more money being a professional gamer than he does streaming. He still streams, but he doesn't make as much money as he does, playing professional gaming, and I feel like that's harder than streaming full time, making money off of streaming.
Many talented people out there and don't get the chance, they don't get the shot at it.
I don't want to take up his time. So he's not talented?
No, that's not what I'm saying. Not
That's
at
what
all.
you just said. You just
No.
said.
What he did to
I
get
said
to where
a
he
lot
is.
of people are talented don't get the shot to do what he does.
Or people who
So
No,
it's
that's
not-
a good
I
point.
didn't even get a shot. It was well, I did it off the
Like, there's
strength
so
of me.
many
You know, there
unique
was no one who
streamers
gave
that
me
were
a shout
actually
out
good
like
that
I
probably
simply-
never made it. No,
You dead
for
ass?
sure. There's so
Yo, you
probably
being
some.
serious? Why you laughing? Well, I did it off the strength of me. You know, there was no one who gave me a shot or anything like that. I simply was just, you dead ass?
Yo, you being serious?
Why you laughing?
Why they laughing, bro?
That's kinda
It's not
crazy.
luck. I've been doing this for 13 years. I uploaded 3,000 videos.
Nah, man. Like,
2,000 was I
now,
edited myself while I went to college, worked a job, and still went to school.
yeah, dude. Like, especially if, like, probably the hardest thing that you can do is be a content creator, streaming, and doing a 9 to 5, going to college all at the same time. You got no time. You have no time. Doing a job, streaming, doing college, editing those videos, making them into clips. Now that's fucking hard as shit. That's so stressful. I couldn't imagine. Like, you have no time to socialize. Then you have to give up on things to do what you want to do.
And yeah,
So that's not. I mean, if that's
No,
fucking,
stand on it, stand on
if
it.
that's luck,
Where's the
If
luck
that's
at in that?
okay, him becoming a streamer, there is luck, but everything else, no.
is there a percentage? We are all lucky in some way, right?
Yeah,
If we all have
facts,
a job, we're
facts,
lucky in some sort of way. But off of specific pure talent. And I worked on that since I was 16.
Again, I work with many talented people. I'm not saying about you.
Yeah.
Just talk in general. And there's so many people that are very talented, never get a shot because they don't do the right thing. They don't go the right path. They don't meet the right people. So there are so many, even talented actors here, they never get a shot. So I'm just saying.
Yeah,
your luck.
exactly.
It wasn't luck. I just saw.
Acting could be luck too. Everything's luck based. A lot of things, well, not luck based. I would say everything has a percentage of luck. Like, even getting a job, like, someone could have got it before you. Damn, they lucked out. You didn't.
An opportunity and just genuinely took it. It wasn't a handout. It was simply just, you know what?
Like, bro, like, most streamers that actually made it, they probably started for fun. Like, they didn't even think about getting that big. Like, Mr. Beast, for example, he didn't expect to get that big until he actually started, like, okay, I need to do this.
I'm talented at Call of Duty. This is what I want to do. It took me 8 years to make it a career. Is there something funny?
Yo, dude.
It's a freaking video game.
It's a talent.
Permission to dick ride?
I'm sorry, but, like, that's kind of crazy. Laughing at someone working hard for 8 years trying to get to where they are at and laughing at that's insane. That's insane. That's crazy.
Hey,
to
he's
me.
made
No
$10
matter
million
what it
playing video
is.
games,
No matter
so-
what it is.
But I'm saying though, you couldn't
Everything
hop
is
on
a
game and do what I
privilege.
do.
You couldn't do it.
Me drinking water right now is a privilege, my boy.
Your son couldn't do it. Your grandkids couldn't do it.
Some people
Your
can't.
son's grandkids could never do it. They could never do it.
Anything that takes a talent.
Okay, that's not great. I mean, that's a lot of people.
Genes are done. They can't do it. They can't.
How many
They
hours
can't.
a day did you spend?
When I was younger?
Yeah, when you were younger.
Oh, I would wake up 3 hours before school. So I wake up at 4 a.m. and I would play before school. Bus would come at 7. I go to home, come back, and do it again.
Hey, man.
I was 16. What's funny?
See, there's a disconnect here, because to you guys, when you guys were growing up, yes, it was just video games, it was whatever. But when we were coming up, we're like, wait, maybe we can make this career. Maybe if we get good enough at it and we create.
Do you not think
content,
if you're talented at something, it's a God-given gift?
Video games
No, that is a God-given gift, being talented at something.
is not like
That's God. That he wants you to do
You're
that.
just too old to understand.
That's I can't argue that because
Y'all could never
gotta
play
keep it a-
FNCS either. It's
I
the
gotta
same
keep
shit.
it a buck. There's a disconnect.
Dude, Ron, bro. Anyone could do FNCS, they just wouldn't do good in it.
You come from a
Actually, no, you gotta qualify. Never mind.
generation
Sorry.
where this didn't exist. This career.
That's totally
you looked at this
different.
career and you laughed. Now, how come in colleges they're teaching courses on content creation and esports?
Oh.
When you grow up, this didn't exist, so no wonder you're gonna laugh when you hear this shit.
Like, dude, and you know what the fucked up thing is? Like, you could be practicing every day, like being a professional, playing professional in video games, and you don't qualify. That's the most annoying thing. And then you got to rely on streaming for your money. And even when you're mainly a professional gamer, it's kind of like, oh my god, I gotta grind. I have to qualify, or I'm not gonna make money. That has happened. I'm sure it has happened.
From a completely different generation. You just don't get it, and I don't know if you ever will be able to wrap your head around it.
And it's fun, but it's like,
And
again,
that's
it's...
okay.
Oh, you gotta fight
Yeah,
back.
I
That's
like
okay.
the fucking dunk gun.
That's me and you.
That's fucked. Oh, here we go.
I'm Ronnie.
Ronnie, nice to meet
This
you.
past-
My name's Ronnie.
You were talking about job security. Are you familiar with layoffs, with being furloughed? Like, taking
We
it back
fall
to...
off.
That's being... What? What does that even mean?
You lose everything. Every dollar. Everything. You lose everything.
Okay, and then you can rebuild yourself back. You
The same way
reinvent...
you can do if you get laid off.
No, like if you
Oh,
do.
and then-
It's kind
okay.
of, is it not the same concept? Like,
I don't know. Back in 2020, when everybody was getting furloughed, everybody was like, "Oh, let me go to social media." That's kind of an easy alternative. So that seems kind of easy.
I know,
And
but
then-
I know, but if you lose a job, you
You
can't
just get another
No,
one?
you can search for. You have an opportunity to search for another one. No?
Okay, I've been searching for another one for 10 months.
Most people didn't get laid off. They were going to online working.
I interviewed
Actually, probably no. Most weren't laid
every
off.
day, give the same
Yeah.
spiel, have to give that smile of walking through my
I uploaded
resume.
videos for 7 years and barely got any views.
And did
It's
you
just-
wait?
it's-
you
Hey
uploaded
man, 7
videos
years, dude.
and-
That's like if you're streaming for 7 years and you haven't got paid off of it, I don't think I'd stop. Because genuinely, like obviously I'd have a job during that and make money on the side, but I've been doing it for so long, like there has to be an end point where I'm just like, this has to pop off.
And,
Didn't get
and
any views.
went to school, and still.
and paid rent.
Yes, I still worked. I worked.
Oh, so that
Yeah.
you had another job.
As a parking attendant, yes.
Okay, and was that harder?
But it's still crazy to wrap my head around people that actually, like streamers that actually had a job, saying that it's not harder than I can't imagine that.
What?
Than streaming.
No, I was on my phone all the time.
Oh, as a parking attendant, that doesn't sound like you were doing a very good job.
I was chilling.
You were chilling. You weren't good
Wait,
at your
he's
job.
waiting for.
Yeah, when cars park.
What is he
they're
supposed to
done.
do?
Like, it
Twiddle on his fucking fingers? Yeah.
I don't have to.
Well, that's
I'm not security.
that's
I just
a
go.
one
I
nine
go
to
like this. I go
five.
like this. Yo, right there. I bet. Do you think an aspect of a video game, playing video games, is a talent?
That's actually pretty easy. Like, I mean, yeah, there could be stressful parts of that, but I highly doubt it. Like, like it's kind of like just go ahead, bro.
I would say it's a skill. I wouldn't call it a talent. You can master it with,
There is definitely easy jobs out there, but most of them are stressful and hard.
Sorry,
But people
my
play.
next-
Millions play video games, but there are very few people who are genuinely gifted at it.
Yeah.
Gifted? What are they, Mozart?
How is it not a talent?
Being a professional gamer is actually talent. That's actually it's not luck. That's nothing but it's not luck. You did not luck out being a professional gamer, bro. You did not.
Why?
Unless you got fast hand-eye. You were born with fast hand-eye. But even then, it's kind of like you gotta be strategitic. It's like especially in certain video games.
You know what? I'm open to it being a talent. I think it's a skill. I think it's something you can master. I don't think you're a Mozart, that you have this gift of like.
But to be fair, like who's going on American's Got Talent and playing a video game? You know what I mean?
Whoa! When I put my thumb here and this thumb there and do this combo, I do this.
You'd be
flip.
surprised.
You'd actually be surprised, bro. I tried to play Mortal Kombat. I couldn't do that shit. I actually couldn't. Like,
I mean,
are there pro Mortal Kombat people? Because I don't know how you can just mash 20,000 buttons at once.
People
That's
out there who are
crazy.
genuinely
That they have their opposable
the
thumbs
most
like
gifted-
so good.
That's like saying, here's a.
Bro, like saying all you're doing while gaming is using your thumbs. Like what? Like no.
Paintbrush.
Unless you're console, you're aiming and moving with your thumb, but there's so many different.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. At that
I'm saying
point,
this is so hard. If there's certain games that have $1 million prize pools, if there's a skill you could just learn, and you're
But most video games, once you get good at it, it's muscle memory. It's muscle memory. But people are gonna get better than you, so you gotta consistently play it.
looking for a job for 10 months, go pick up a controller and go hop in this $1 million tournament and win.
Nah, dude, for real. Now I can see that to a certain extent. Like, try to see a 9 to 5 person, that can't play a video game, see how easy it is. You know what I mean? But you can say the same exact thing about streamers. Like, try to do my job. You know what I mean?
You couldn't win it. You couldn't. You couldn't. You wouldn't even. You couldn't. You couldn't. You couldn't.
Perhaps no. You fucking couldn't. You fucking couldn't. You could not be a professional gamer just by, like, thinking, oh, this seems easy. Like, no. Like, dude, I thought R6 would be easy. That shit's hard as fuck. I can't even think of it. Like, to be the average R6 player, you have to have an IQ of 120. The average IQ of a R6 player is 120. I'm sorry? That's not my rank, teammates.
What do you mean I wouldn't
You can't even find your OBS stream key. Stop playing.
I need to work for it, but
So like, but you're dismissing what he does. You're just dismissing. Like,
I'm not
oh,
dismissing.
It's
I'm
not,
saying
it's
that's
not a
easy.
skill.
No,
It's
no.
not a talent.
I said it's a skill.
I was about to say this guy has been talking for a while, but all the streamers have been.
I didn't say
they
it's
get
a
5
talent.
minutes.
I said it's a skill. It's a skill that
But
you can
how
own.
do you
can
know?
master.
How do you know if it's easy if you haven't done it? Like if you
I
don't.
played Mario Kart. I've played other.
Now, Mario Kart is easy as fuck. Wonder why there's... Is there professional Mario? I don't want to be wrong about this. I highly doubt it, right? Holy shit. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, whatever. And I just closed that. Bruh.
Played other.
Like ants, the people of the city.
Oops, I'm sorry, y'all.
Above them all,
I'll cut that out.
Not
a professional level though.
No, not a professional level because that's not what I'm trying to.
I didn't know that.
I know, so, but
It's
you
kind of
don't
crazy.
understand-
But Mario Kart is actually easy as fuck. Like, it's not easy to be a professional, I guess. I don't fucking know. I guess you gotta have strategy. You gotta be kind of quick with your hands, but that's every
To
game.
be on that sort of level.
Bro, like, quick with your hands, you can be playing a Lego game and you have to be quick with your hands. Like,
Well, so how can you try to dismiss it and say it's yours is harder?
What
How do
does-
you know?
what
But how
does
do
it
you
take
know?
to be on that
Because
level?
I've worked at 9
what
to 5.
does it take? Hours. It takes, no, actually, it takes years to be on
What is
a
it-
professional level on playing a video game. It takes years. It actually takes years, especially FPS.
Take to be on that level.
Just gift, and you got to play all
Just
the time.
gift?
Tens of thousands of hours of work.
Tens of thousands of it,
editing
yeah.
and filming and constantly
I'm just
having
talking
to
about pure
innovate
skill.
and
As far as like the
reinvent
videos and stuff like that, just off pure skill.
I had to
did-
put tens of thousands of hours.
Could you get a
into my
refresh second
studies.
zone, Tarping? Could you?
I have no idea what you said.
Could you get a refresh going into second zone with no mats? Can you get a refresh on the best players? You
I
couldn't.
can also put. I can circle back and give
Do
you
you know how to
different
short launch
terms
pad?
from
When you're
my
trying to get to third
industries.
zone, third moving. Do you know
Like,
how to?
bro, Fortnite is actually so, like, it's hard playing professional, but it's easy to be good. And it's, like, you know,
No, I.
it does take a while, because I was so ass at Fortnite, bro. I was so bad. Like, I was losing to pickaxes while I had a gun. Like, it
No,
was
but
kind of
like,
like,
I
yo. And then I got good.
You can do Excel sheet.
Like, after I have thousands of hours on that
Exactly.
game.
I
They're just talking game.
These
As
refreshes
a
don't come to
babysitter,
you.
I can talk to you about the different things.
And that's not even how long I played Fortnite, because I wasn't always on PC. I was on Xbox, then Nintendo, then PS4, and then
Could you
PC.
do
So
that?
I have, like,
No, but if you wanted to, you would.
so many hours.
Took 3 days. You don't think we can master an Excel sheet?
Oh,
And but let me give you, if I give you 3 days about
Yeah.
a video game, do you think you could be that?
No, that's he's kind of cooking there. Like, if you gave him 3 days to learn Excel and Word and, like, PowerPoint, like, if you gave him 3 days to like, learn the cashier register, learn, like, a 9 to 5 job, he could probably do a okay job. I'm not saying an amazing job, but an okay job. You could not do that with any video game. Actually, any video game is crazy. Any FPS shooter game, you couldn't do that. Absolutely
As
could
me?
not.
if I wanted to, I would.
Nah, bro, that's crazy. I'm not, again, like I said, I'm not on their side, but that is insane. Saying you can be good at a shooter in 3 days is delusional. That is delusion.
So let's pay for her whatever it is.
Pay.
It's got it crazy, bro. That is
Give me
insane.
3 days, but if you lose, you got to give us it back in double.
No.
No, that's crazy. I would have so many better arguments from if I was on the 9 to 5 train. I have so many better arguments.
You pay me, I'll get the job done.
Dude, you couldn't, even if I got paid $1 million to be good at a shooter, in 3 days, I wouldn't be able to do it. That money is not going to me, bro. Even though even for a guy that's been playing video games for years, I could not do that.
In a sense, yes, because you have to put in the work, and you got to be on 24/7.
It's difficult to answer that question for us, I think, because we didn't come up in this time frame in this era. And technology is totally different now.
I think it's so stupid that people debate on things that they don't understand.
We were
But
just talking
still,
about playing tic-tac-toe on the sidewalk with cop. I appreciate and respect what they do, and I think that's the consensus for most of us, that we appreciate and respect where they are.
Yeah.
But it's not, what we did was, we just feel like what we did was right. And that's what I think.
My mind was changed in the sense that now I'm even more convinced that normal jobs are harder.
Game of Thrones
That's
is now available on both PC
alright, bro.
and mobile.
I guess it's over, dude. That's insane. Man, pretty good video, honestly. It's kind of crazy. I might react to some more stuff. That is actually pretty fun. Wow. Yeah, that didn't change my mind at all, but to be fair, I did think of more points than I would have thought of. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's not bad. I like that. That was fun. Alright, well, I'll be seeing you all next time. Peace.